Hey there, and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of commercial traffic training. Because knowing how to drive safely and follow the rules doesn't just keep everyone on the road safe and stress-free, it also helps you avoid fines and unnecessary costs. And don't worry, I'll make sure it's easy to follow, and maybe even a little fun along the way. Alright, so the agenda for this video is all about two main things: commercial traffic license and time books. These are really important for keeping things safe and running smoothly. I'll explain what they are, why they matter, and how they help in your daily work. Let's get into it. When you work for Foodora, your car must be registered under Foodora's commercial traffic license. This ensures that your vehicle is legally approved for deliveries. To make this possible, the car owner needs to sign an agreement called NRA. This agreement confirms that the owner approves the use of the car for Foodora deliveries and allows us to register it under our traffic license. To ensure everything runs smoothly and safely, Foodora checks all registered cars daily. These checks confirm that your car is properly insured, taxed, inspected, and legally registered. If we notice an issue, like missing insurance, a failed inspection, we'll notify you right away so you can resolve it quickly. Until then, we may need to pause your shifts to ensure everything stays safe and compliant. All right, here's what you need to know. So, once again, first, if you're doing commercial deliveries, your car must be registered for it. Without that registration, your car wouldn't meet the safety and legal requirements for commercial traffic. Ensuring your car is correctly registered helps you avoid any issues and keeps everything running efficiently. Second, your car can only be registered with one company at a time. So, if it's registered with Foodora, it can only be used for Foodora deliveries. Most common questions about this are: if your car is in the workshop and you have a shift, can you use a friend's car? No. The car used on a shift must be registered for commercial deliveries. Second, can you use a friend's car if it's already registered under Foodora's traffic permit? Yes, but only if the car owner has signed the special NRA agreement. As I mentioned earlier, this agreement ensures that you have permission to use the car for commercial work and that it is properly registered under Foodora's traffic license. Maybe you're thinking about working for another delivery company. Can you use the same car that's registered with Foodora? The answer is no. Each car can only be registered with one company at a time, so you'd need a different car to work with another company. And one more important thing, if you want to change your vehicle, you can do that directly from the Help Center in the app. Just go to Help Center, tap on Rider Support, scroll down to Vehicle Documents and Information, and select your option. In this case, choose Own Car. Here you'll find all the important details on how to update your vehicle. Simply fill in the required information and upload the necessary documents. Next up is the timebooks training. This is where you keep track of your rest times while working as a commercial driver. It's all about making sure you're getting the breaks you need to stay safe, alert, and of course, to avoid any issues with the police. All commercial drivers have a personal responsibility to correctly and continuously fill in the time book. Why? It is important for those who drive at work to be focused and rested, above all, for road safety. This is why there are rules about how drivers must rest when driving light vehicles. If you get stopped by the police and haven't correctly filled in the time book or followed the accepted resting times, it could lead to legal consequences. For detailed information about resting time rules, please visit the Swedish Transport Agency's website. Let's go through some of the most common questions about the time book. I already have a time book from another job. Do I need a separate one for my shifts with Foodora? The answer is no. You should only have one time book that tracks your personal resting time, no matter where you're working. How much resting time must I have per day to drive legally? You must rest at least 11 hours per day. This can be split into 2 sessions, but one of those sessions must be at least 8 hours. Do I always have to bring the time book with me on shifts? Yes. You must always have a time book with you during a shift and fill the information before and after the shift. Before we get started, I just want to point out that it's important to fill out the information on the front page of your time book before you start using it. Make sure to fill in your name, address, and phone number. So, how do you actually fill in your time book correctly? On the left, you can see your scheduled shifts, and on the right, we have your time book. First, you need to fill in the employer you're working for. If you're only working for Foodora, you can simply write one each time. Next, fill in your name and the dates. As I mentioned before, you need to log your resting times, not your shifts. In this example, you've rested from midnight until 10, as your first shift starts at 10. This shift lasts until 14, meaning your rest time starts again from 14 until your next shift at 16. The second shift ends at 20, so you log your rest time from 20 until midnight. If this seems a bit complicated, just remember to log the time when you're not working as your rest time. So, when do you need to change your time book? Don't worry, the app will remind you. You'll get messages letting you know how far along you should be in your time book, so you always stay on track. And when it's time to switch, we'll give you a clear heads up to make sure everything runs smoothly. Simply visit your nearest Rider Hub to pick up a new time book. Well, that's it. I hope you now have a better understanding of these two topics and how to fill in your time book correctly. Remember, doing it right could save you a lot of money. Thanks for watching.